What is semen retention? Semen retention is the practice of abstaining from all sexual activities for the goal of self-improvement. What this means is no copulation, self-titillation, and no nocturnal emissions. The idea behind semen retention is grounded in the wisdom of many ancient cultures, from Vikings to Chinese Taoists and to the ancient Indians. The theory goes like this. There exists in you and I a life force energy which empowers all things. This has been called vril, mana, chi, or kundalini energy. This energy is what turns a single spermatozoa into a 300-pound powerlifter or a seed into a plant. In semen retention, you simply take control of your life force energy and direct it towards your goals, instead of towards lust and sexual activity. I am really big into self-improvement, and I have some experience with Nofap, which I am a huge proponent of. So it was only obvious to try this as the next step. But is it real or just a load of BS? Life force energy sounds like a stretch, but there is some scientific backing for the positive physiological effects of abstinence, including increasing testosterone levels, the sensitization of androgen receptors, increased dopamine, and increased levels of phospholipids in the brain. This is worth a video in itself, but it was enough to make trying it worthwhile. Plus, Elon Musk says pursuing sex is stupid, and who doesn't want to be a bit more like Elon Musk?
A massive amount of thinking, like truly stupendous amount of thinking, has gone into sex without purpose, without procreation, which is actually quite a silly action in the absence of procreation.
So I did a week, and let me tell you, this was not easy. Even if you have done Nofap before, you are probably still used to releasing without porn. But there are many factors that get in your way when you try semen retention. Your libido skyrockets, suddenly finding a date becomes #1 priority, and nocturnal emissions are a thing. Suffice to say, I didn't actually complete the full week on the first attempt, and it took some trial and error. First, I had to get my mind right, and then I had to figure out how to avoid making a mess of myself while I slept. My subconscious obviously has a mind of its own, and my dreams became more vivid than they have ever been. This in itself is a cool side effect, which obviously, at least to me, implies that there are neurological changes that are taking place. Anyways, I finally figured out a trick to stopping nocturnal emissions. Check out my other video on that if you're interested. I'll post it in the description. And I was able to complete the entire week. So what happened, and was it worth it? Short answer, I had the most productive week of my life, and yes, it was worth it. The changes I experienced all had to do with energy levels, motivation, and willpower. I will list the most obvious benefits that I experienced. #1 was following my diet became easy. I have always been a guy with a bottomless pit for a stomach, who struggled to maintain a healthy weight. But on SR, I adhered to a calorie deficit, no problem whatsoever. It made it easy and kind of fun, actually. I wish I had tried this merely as a dieting aid in the past. 2, my workouts got way better. Focus and intensity was through the roof, and I think I even gained some muscle despite being in a caloric deficit during this time. 3, procrastination was gone. I no longer hesitated before doing things. Essay needed to be written? Just do it. Garbage needs to go out? I'm on it. Dishes were done automatically after every meal. These things, which I would have procrastinated on in the past, I was able to just get on and do, not only without reluctance, but actually with some enjoyment, as I found that I enjoyed the pleasure of just getting more things done throughout the day. I even started making videos. #5, my drawings improved over a short period of time. Even my friend, who's a much better artist than I am, commented on this. I think it was just that I gained newfound abilities to focus and concentrate. Number 6, female attraction. If you've done any research at all on SR or Nofap before, you've heard this mentioned. And I have to admit, it seems to be true. The big difference is eye contact. I find girls look deeply at you, and maybe they aren't attracted to you, but I think they are kind of mesmerized, or they're able to sense that you have more energy. Also, not just girls, but I found strangers were talking to me every time I went out too. Definitely it seemed as though people thought I was more approachable. And all of these changes I noticed just after 1 week. Imagine if you did this for a month or a year. I have to say, it is a really interesting experiment I think every man ought to try. And if you are struggling with Nofap right now, and this seems impossible, just don't give up. Persevere, and your mind will change for the better over time. And to you guys out there who think I'm lying, or that even if it was true, you couldn't possibly miss out on the pleasure, well, all I have to say is that you have to try this for yourself at least once. Thanks for watching. Like or dislike the video. Leave your comments down below about your experiences with semen retention. And don't forget to check out my other video if you are struggling with nocturnal emissions. I'm out.